Hello, friends, family, and America. And yes, this is my entry, Afro Preppers entry, in the SoCal Preppers contest. He has five, let me back up off it, five different prizes. Okay, he has a USA hat. He has a ham radio book with four audio CDs available. He has to find the fourth, okay? A 511 tactical medical bag, a SOG Seal pug knife, fixed knife. I like that knife. Also, a Hazard 4 bag video, and actually, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's 5, and then he also has his wonderful Carl's Jr. cup. Okay. Me personally, here's my entry into it, yeah, I got answers for all the questions you was asking, player. And besides the fact, you can see I got my little earphones in, because there's a lot of noise in my house, which is good because that means you got family and stuff around, goings on. But here we go. So let me introduce you to Afro SoCal Prepper. Okay. I don't smoke in the house though. That's why he's smoking in the garage, because wifey be mad. Happy wife, happy life. So I'm getting my little stone on, right? It's not scotch. It's that hen dog though. You know how we do it, okay? So I'm getting my little, don't park the car out, okay? Don't park the car out like red. Hey, SoCal, you ever hear this? Honey, will you do this? Honey, will you do that? You probably right in the middle of doing something too. I know you are, because you know how it is. Okay? And don't talk about no ring being on my left hand, because I don't need that, because it's right here. Anyway, to SoCal. And I'm getting into it. I didn't inhale, everybody. So let's get into it though. He's got a cardboard doodad hat, USA hat. Got the USA right here. Really believe that everybody should cherish where they were born. Okay. The past, you don't have no control over that, but the past is why you should have more respect for where you are now. Because if you don't know where you came from, you don't know where you're going in the future. And all of our parents, no matter what color your skin is, we all bleed the same red, number one. Because when blue blood, which is that blood that comes in your veins, when it hits oxygen, it turns to red, folks. Okay, so thank you for your elementary education. Okay, the point is that you should always figure out where you came from in the past, bring it to where you're going to now. Okay. Ham radio book. I have a video in my favorites in which I was learning about the ham radio. Very good stuff to learn in case the grid goes down, especially in the case of an EMP. SoCal, you've been over there, or you're in Southern California, China came up to the hookup, with one of their subs. Most Americans don't know this. They came in because they believed that it was a cruise missile that was let off. Man, they ain't let off no damn cruise missile, man. Them fools came over here to test if they could get underneath the radar, and boom, let off a shit that'll let down the guard and then flood the damn United States of America. Because Hillary Clinton in 2005 to 2007, signed what they call eminent domain, which is cash payment for all of them bonds that China's been buying, because everybody wants to go to Walmart and buy all China products. Sorry, but that's the way it is. Get it how you live. Okay, China's you want to learn about what China's doing to the United States? All you gotta do is watch an old Wu-Tang flick, man. Chinese people are very patient people. You might 10 generations ago, you might have messed up the Chinese. Okay, But the Chinese folks will still look at you like, hey, we're going to get that summer gun. Okay? And that will come and get you. Because that's how they do it, man. And they all about that bread. So I'll leave it at that. Okay? The 511 TAC medical bag. Okay? Listen, I got to put an entry in for the She Chef. She's going to do her own. And by the way, we would love to have that bag. That's her type of thing. Especially with Molly pack straps. That's great because we do have Alice packs. And we're looking for something like that. Okay? Me, personally, the SOG Seal Pew. Oh my goodness. I'm looking for a fixed knife. I would love that. I would paracord that handle. If you've seen any of my latest videos, and I haven't put this out yet, I went to the swap meet. I got the S-Wig little hatchet here. And I'll pull a little hatchet out, and I used it to cut some wood for that rocket stove video I did on the She Chef channel when I was chopping that wood. Okay? But what I did is I paracorded the handle because it was a little, it wasn't really broken up, but I wanted a little extra grip, so I had a bigger hand. Did that with the Dremel. I think I got a little bit too sharp, but that's still food. Just bow, 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 bow in this cut. And I'm put a video up on how to paracord any type of axe that you may have. You know, and that's really positive, you know, and I love that. Okay, hazard for a bag video. Hey, I would love to have that bag, you know, boom. And I'm not even gonna use it for myself. I'm gonna give it to the She Chef off top. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And besides, you like Carl Jr. I like Carl Jr. too, but I got the She Chef, so I don't need to go there. Okay, you asked 3 questions. How far does the Second Amendment go? I think the Second Amendment goes as far as you are responsible. Most people aren't responsible enough to handle the Second Amendment, because the Second Amendment not only requires you to acquire firearms or anything like that, but the Second Amendment requires you to be a responsible person. Thomas Jefferson said the Second Amendment is not for those who are how do you call it? Those who want to go and be. The Second Amendment is not for terrorists. Okay, the Second Amendment is to, in response to a tyrannical government. Okay, and we all, as people here in America, as the ordinary citizen, should have response to a government that is out of control. Period. That's why I wear this hat. I showed up at my dad's house with this little hat on right here, and he was like, "Get me one of those in OD green." My dad is, you know, veteran, you know, and he is, you know, in back 40 years ago. Okay, 40 years ago, and you know, and he has major thing and was drafted. America, drafted. There was no voluntary thing going on. Drafted, America, to go to war over what they call the Gulf of Tonkin. Look it up. Look it up and find out what was really cracking in the Gulf of Tonkin. We wanted an excuse to go to war. You know, tricky dicky. There's a bunch of faggotry going on over there in the Grove. There's a bunch of faggotry going on in the Grove. And we all know what happened to Richard Nixon. Okay? Your second question, alternative energy. Alternative energy. I believe that we should invest in alternative energy because it gives us a leg up on the technology that is involved in developing alternative energy. The reason why is because all of the energy sources that we use or that we have used in America to build us up to what is called, quote, America, the biggest country in the world, the greatest, we could never do wrong, you know, has evolved off of the mindset. Alternative energy, because we have all of those natural resources here within the country, therefore we can spread those around the world to be better people. But what do? We spread bullets, America. We spread bullets and what they call depleted uranium around America. And you know what? I'm not holding back, Mama. Forgive me. We fuck everybody up with substances we know that will fuck them up. That's what we do. Okay? Number 3. electable in the U.S. How would someone change to level the playing field if I was president? If Afro Prepper was president, there would be a whole bunch of changes. Straight up, there'd be a whole bunch of changes. First of all, the first change that there would be this here. Hey, Black America, get off your fucking ass. Yes, I said it. For sure, I said it. There are differences between people who need help and people who actually want help. It's a huge difference. People who need help, and it transcends whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're Mexican, whether you are Puerto Rican, whether you are Indian, whether anything. If you really need help, those services should be provided for you in the society that we live in, based off of the standards that say, hey, all men is created equal under the eyes of God. Okay? Whether your God be Allah, whether your God be Jesus Christ, whether your God be Mother Nature, whatever the case may be, you're all created equal and we should help you. That is correct. But if you have no drive, you have no initiative, you have no reason, you want me to give you a check out of my check, you know what I say to you? I give you one of these big ones. You know what I'm saying? Big ones, you know, but you might even get off on that as long as I'm saying it, you know. And by the way, bam, because I'm not supposed to be able to support you. Back in the day, if you really look at the Chinese history, those type of people got offed. It's called, that really is genetic cleansing. Again, if you look at your last name, you find out where you came from. Okay? If you've been a long line of people who just got off, then change your ways. You know? I'm not trying to off you because you think that the point is this here. Do something to better your own situation. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to go any further into that because I could offend a whole bunch of people. Should we cut off their income stream? Social Security, Medicaid, homelessness, welfare, the veterans, foreign policy. My major thing is NAFTA, man. NAFTA has messed up everything. North American Free Trade Agreement, man. Ron Paul said it best. You know, once you think that those fences are keeping the bad people out, you should think that those fences are keeping the people in. You know, people who want to leave SoCal. It's amazing, you know, because the media dictates what people think. Also, another thing called propaganda. It's programming, folks. That's why I did the video, Kill Your Television Set, man. Start thinking for yourself, man. For yourself. Imagine if you started thinking for yourself what a better position you and your family might be in if you had your own brain. But here's my entry to the contest. SoCal said he'll do it. You know, he'll watch every video, however long they may be. I'm ranting. You know, I'm at 13. You know, 45 right now, and any prize, if I can fit in, I would love anyone. From the hat to the handbook radio with the audio CDs, I would definitely read that. The 511 tactical medical bag, would love that. The Sock Seal pub, would love to have a fixed blade knife. Not that I'm not gonna go buy one myself, but would love to have one of those. And definitely paracord that wrap, even or paracord that knife. But probably buy, you know, do something to make that mine. Has a 4-bag video, and it's amazing what people out there don't know, and it's not their own fault. What it is the fault that everybody's been programmed to think that the government is going to help them. And the government don't give two shits about you, man. They don't care. They don't care about the soldiers. They don't. I care about the soldiers because I came from one. And that's simple and plain, man. It's simple and plain, you know. So here we go. We got, how far does the Second Amendment go? Alternative energy and electable in the United States of America. You want to cut income streams. You want to do Social Security. You want to do Medicaid. You want to do homelessness, welfare, and vets. Last thing I'm going to say is this here. Growing up in the state that had bottle deposit, okay? 10-cent deposit on every bottle. And there's many people out there who decided to collect bottles. So at 10 cents, you know, you collect 10 bottles. That's $1. Okay? Greyhound bus, $39. This is advertised on television everywhere. Okay? Greyhound bus, $39, any destination in the United States when I was growing up. Me and my buddy was driving around when we were looking at foreclosed homes and burnt out shelters and stuff in Detroit. And I looked at him, I said, dude, how come somebody who is always asking me for change at the store won't collect at least 500, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 bottles? Because even at the $1,000 level, at 10 cents a piece, okay, 10 cents a piece, you collect 1,000 bottles, right? You got enough to take a Greyhound bus wherever you want to go in the country and start anew. And I'm wondering why people chose not to do that. And the reason why is that the motherfuckers are lazy. And that's what I would change in America. Afro Prepper, and I'm out.